The Chicago Bears are probably taking on their biggest test of the season so far when they take on the Super Bowl defending champion Philadelphia Eagles. We're going to talk about it all and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. We got Steve-O, Bobby, myself, Hayes is the only person representing the old men, I guess, on today's episode.
The old man forgot what time the game started.
Hilarious, bro. That is hilarious. But fellas, the Philadelphia Eagle fan base and the Bears fan base have been in the alliance for the last month, right? It all comes crashing to a head today when we take on the Eagles today in Philadelphia. As we always start off, just general thoughts. How you guys feeling coming into this game?
I am excited for this opportunity, man, because for the last few seasons, we have not been in a position to where we are looking at a game that's must watch right now. Today going to be a tough matchup for the Chicago Bears simply because the Philadelphia Eagles, they let a game go last week. So they're going to be motivated. Vic Fangio's a hell of a defensive coordinator. The offense, they may be struggling over there in Philadelphia, but they still have beaten some heavyweights. The Rams, the Packers, the Lions, they beat some teams this year in ugly fashion, similar to us. So I'm excited to see what the Chicago Bears can do. It's going to be a tough matchup. It's a great measuring stick to see where we match up with a Super Bowl winning team. They still got their guns. So we'll see what happens, but I'm extremely excited for this matchup.
I'm sorry, these old niggas got me rolling in my head.
Bro, that's crazy, bro.
How the fuck
these motherfuckers really forgot the game time today, bro. Like, don't be letting me be the only old man on the panel, bro. What we doing? C-Dub left me hanging.
I forget the time. I got the wrong time. I was misconstrued. I thought the game started at 3 on Real Talk. I'm glad you niggas told me.
3 Eastern, yeah, 2-year time.
Oh yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, that gets me too. But to get into everything, it's a big game, and like you said, the most important thing, they gonna be frustrated and very motivated because they let a game slip through their hands. For a Super Bowl team to have a 21 points blunder like that, to not score the ball at all, and I mean at all, you couldn't get no field goals, no nothing for 48 straight minutes. That's not something you want to have on your record at the end of the day. So they gonna come out guns blazing, and quite frankly, I just don't think they that good no more.
Ooh.
I think it's we seeing a chink in their armor. We been seeing that chink in that armor. Now it's trying to blow that motherfucker up. That running back down there, Saquon, he ain't the same guy. So some of it is on him. Most of it is on that interior line. We gotta attack that interior line for sure, which means like last week, that D-line gotta come to play. That D-line don't come to play, it's gonna be a long ass game for the rest of this defense. But regardless of that, I just think we're a more resilient team. Hey, I don't even know if everybody like each other in goddamn Philly right now. So it just is what it is. We got all the qualities. We're motivated, we like each other, and we rolling. We ain't got no in the past week, no stinker on our DNA. We coming in fresh off a win, ready to crack a motherfucking head in. So that's what they should be. Their expectation: coming out hot, coming out swinging, come out slow, and showing what these defending champs are. We got to bring the game to them.
That's a fact. Old men, the men who apparently forgot the time of the game. The two old men. How you guys feeling generally coming into this game? We haven't started breaking down offense, defense yet.
I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. The opportunity is right in front of us. This game is going to put a lot of things to shut the fuck up. A lot of people to shut the fuck up. It goes two ways. It's gonna go from the Bears fans. We're gonna have to shut the fuck up when people say y'all can't beat teams with winning records. It's go to the other side. Y'all gonna shut the fuck up because we just beat the Philadelphia Eagles, who has one of the best records in the NFC. So all I see is how I'm ecstatic and excited and ready to get this over with. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, this is the prove it game for the Chicago Bears. A lot of people think the Bears are fraudulent, and they're going to have to take it upon themselves to go out there and prove everybody wrong. And in turn, on the same coin, prove themselves right. If nobody else believes in you, as long as the locker room believes in itself, then it cures a lot of issues when it comes down to sports. We've seen this happen before with the Bears throughout the years, right? We've seen a Dick Geron's team do this. We've seen Lovie Smith teams do it. We've seen Matt Nagy team do it. So at the end of the day, the Bears are going to have to go on the road and get this win. And we know it's not going to be easy because this is how the Bears are. But I'm expecting them to go out there and prove it today.
Yeah, and I'm piggyback on what all y'all said. I think this is the game where, and tell me if you guys feel differently. Like I want to see the Bears compete. Like of course I want to see the Bears win more than anything, but I think even if the Bears stay close in this game with the Eagles, it also still has to shut up the people that doubt that the Bears can hang with those teams. Now, of course, a win goes further to silence those guys, but like this is an 8-3 team, and for some reason people view their 8-3 more legitimate than ours. Okay, cool. I'll give you that caveat. But if the Bears come in here and compete, much less beat the Eagles, a lot of people got to shut up on how good the Bears can be this season. I'm still not saying they should be favorites or anything like that. I don't care if they're number one team in the NFC after this game or not. They still got a lot to prove before you can say that they're a legitimate contender. But at least first season under a head coach, second season for Caleb Williams, the first season under a quarterback that really understands how to develop a QB. This would be major to get this win and go to 9-3 on the season. It would be huge for this team.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Jesus God.
Yeah, we gotta see a lot's riding on this one, man. But let's get into it like we do. Offense, defense. We're gonna flip it. Let's start with the defense today because this is an Eagles team that puts up points and puts up points fast, and it's gonna be really important for the defense to keep pace with that and keep them out the end zone as much as possible. I think that that's really a big tone setter in this game. We know Jalen and Kyler are likely to play in this game. We don't know how many snaps, but how you guys feel about the defense and what are some of the keys for the defense in this game?
Well, I need the defense to go out there, compete as much as possible in this game. The Philly offense really ain't been that good for the last probably 5 weeks or something like that. The Philadelphia Eagles offense. There's also rumors of inter-team squabbles.
Steve, you over there fighting that mic, dog. Go ahead.
Inter-team squabbles and stuff like that. Like people mad they ain't get enough receptions and passes and stuff like that. But they're the Super Bowl champions. They must be respected. You got a guy, Jalen Hurts, that knows how to win. We're a little injured. We missing, just like before, we missing our top 3 linebackers over there on the defense. But we do gain some key cogs in Kyle Gordon and Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson, a lot of people argue, is the best player on the defense. It's going to be very interesting to watch how the Dennis Allen plays his hand on the defensive side because we look a little overstocked in the defensive backfield. I want to know how he uses that. I want to see if Montez Sweat can continue his I ain't going to call it stellar play, but he's been consistent by making impact plays every game for probably the last 6 or 7. This is going to be a team effort. We must live through our identity. We must turn the ball over in this game to a team that doesn't turn the ball over in the Philadelphia Eagles. So when two opposites collide, when the Bears is the best team in turning the opponent over, and Philadelphia is, I think they top 2. I think they under us or above us of one of the teams that take care of the football. We'll see what happens when two opposites collide. And my betting money is on the Chicago Bears defense because they have the more motivation going into this game. That doesn't say that the Philadelphia Eagles offense doesn't have any motivation, but I think the Chicago Bears motivation to prove itself with the opportunity right in front of their faces, they can come over and be the victors in this thing.
For sure. For the defense, man, for me, I think that it's going to be very important to play sound football. And the reason I'm saying it is because you might not have opportunities at turnovers today. Yes, they turned the ball over last week versus the Dallas Cowboys, but for the most part, they don't turn the ball over. So you have to play sound football. Saquon Barkley has not been seeing the field well when he's been rushing. Let's not allow him to get off today because he still, though he is I think he only has like one game over 100 yards this season. Let's not allow us to be the team that allows him to get another 100-yard game today. And I say you got to be sound when it comes to AJ. The Philadelphia Eagles placed the emphasis on getting AJ Brown the ball last week. Who's to say they're not going to do that again? The offensive line for the Philadelphia Eagles is not as good as years past, but again, they are very, very capable of winning tough, ugly games. So we need to play sound football. We need to make sure that all guys are ready to go. And I'm interested. I'm going to say the same thing that C-Dub said when it comes to Dennis Allen. How do you dial up your blitzes? How do you game plan for this offense of the Philadelphia Eagles? Because it's going to be a chess match all game long. They're going to bring their A game, especially after that loss last week.
Oh, yeah, they definitely going to come in kind of salty, and they hear all the chatter about what's happening with them and how inefficient and ineffective they've been so far this season at running the ball. I think they're going to try to establish the run. The Bears still give up 5.5 yards a carry or 5.2 yards a carry to opposing running backs. So Saquon Barkley, he's licking this right now. But defensively, I want to see what Bears are going to do on third down. Looking at the numbers, the Philadelphia Eagles are only about 35% efficient on third down. So if you can force some 3-and-outs or even some 6-and-outs, 7-and-outs or whatever, that'll be good for the Chicago Bears. Get these guys off the field and give your offense an opportunity to go down and score. Because we're going to have to deal with Vic Fangio on the other side. We'll talk about the offense later. But at the end of the day, Dennis Allen has his work cut out for him yet again, which he does pretty much every week because we're still down our 3 linebackers. You're working 2 major players back into the flow of things. How are you going to use the guys that have been playing really well all season, in and out, and starting, coming off the bench, so on and so forth? Gardner Johnson, Nashawn Wright, how's he going to look today? I do want to see us get a takeaway. I don't give a damn if they don't do it or not. I don't care if Philly don't throw the ball away or not. We need takeaways to win games defensively for the Chicago Bears. So I do want to see them continue to be ball hawks as well. But third down is going to be what I'm paying attention today for the defense.
Main thing I'm paying attention to is funny is that Bobby came out and said sound football because that's what I was leaning towards, because I think what's the thing that we got to worry about with this defense and this offense we're going against is big plays, because that's the majority where they get some of their big offense from. Big throws down the field. They don't get stuff like that. They're not moving the ball steady like that. The run game is not as much to be desired. And I just honestly feel like we come out here, punch their ass in their mouth, get them a 3-and-out on their first drive. It's a completely different game. Like that's the type of mentality you got to come out with this team. Come out there, act like they ain't the Super Bowl players. Show them that y'all a Super Bowl contender, because that's how you got to treat these players at the end of the day. Show them that y'all the same type of people. Y'all put y'all shoes on just like we put our fucking shoes on. And yeah, DA gotta have not only this all the coaching staff gotta be on one accord, because it just gotta be times where he gotta be like, now it's the time to do the blitz. I gotta send him on this blitz, not that guy on this blitz. And the same thing goes for everybody else. It's key pivotal certain plays you gotta call at certain times that could cost this game. And all the mistakes that we made up until now, we finally have to learn from it. Because there's been games where we still ain't learned from our old mistakes. We're going to see it all today against a team like this.
Yeah, first and second down is going to be the most important downs, because you don't want this team in third and short, the Philadelphia Eagles. It becomes almost damn near impossible to stop them with like a 3rd and 3 and stuff like that, bro. So we're going to have to do our job early in first and second down and hope we can get them in third in long situations, and that'll give us a better chance. I think the Bears can turn them over. Y'all don't think the Bears can turn them over?
I do.
I think it's possible, but what if I think that my thing with the playing sound football is because once you get into, you know what I'm saying, where we hope that we're going to be later in a couple more weeks is in the playoffs. Playoff games, sometimes you have those games to where there's a lot of turnovers, but it's not always the case. So I just want sound football, whether they turn it over or not.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, listen, you can get takeaways against any team, right? Like this isn't a team that is as susceptible, but like it's a possibility. You just got to play sound football. Like to Bobby's point, if you do the things that you're supposed to do, sometimes those takeaway opportunities are going to be there a little bit easier, right? So you can't force it. Just focus on going into the game and doing the things that you can control. We do need Montez Sweat to have a big game today. The linebacking core is going to get another opportunity to show what they can bring. Much like we said last week, this is an opportunity to make a name for yourself. And for what it's worth, Jackson and the men basically did that. Ruben Hiplight got hurt. Is he available this game?
No, I think he's
not
out.
Okay, so that's another person that's down, right? So we get to see, but it all comes down to Dennis Allen. This defense really has been. Dennis Allen has been the face of this defense. He's been the identity of this defense. It comes down to his play calling, and it's going to be important for the Bears today that he can come in here and give that again for this Bears team, because if we don't have him being aggressive and calling plays at the right time, that puts us behind the 8 ball, and that's what we're trying to avoid. That's what we can't afford to do here. So the Bears need to be on point. The execution needs to be on point, and then the secondary. This is going to be a very important game for the secondary not to give up big plays. You can't give up big plays, especially on second and third down. You have to keep it controlled in those areas if you want to keep this team from getting into that rhythm we talk about, where then they just score points after points after points. You have to focus in on that. And we've seen this defense do the whole bend but don't break thing, but we're gonna need more. Whoa, I can't say that. Can't say that.
You stopped yourself.
Can't say that. Can't say that.
But we get the point.
Yeah, we're gonna need them to be on point more today for sure.
He called himself too. Wait a
Bro,
second.
that was nothing but God, because I refuse to put that sound bite out there, bro.
He's gonna have to clip himself.
I was gonna clip myself. All right. Anything left on the defense before we switch gears?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they come out trying to take a couple shots like first, second drive, bro. That's gonna be a part of their script.
Oh,
good.
Sure.
The more they try to throw the ball down the field, the more opportunities are. Ball hawking cornerbacks can try to take the ball away. And they learned that early last week. The ops learned that early last week. So
I just want to know who you think Jalen Johnson to check, like man to man. I know we had a conversation. You guys thought
That's
it would
the
be.
thing, though. He's not 100% yet. Can we bet on that? But go ahead. I'm sorry, C-Dub. Go ahead.
Because we had a conversation and you guys thought that it would be great for him to check. I think y'all said AJ Brown.
I think Steve was leaning Smitty because he playing today. Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith. Okay.
I put him on the hurt.
Okay, yeah, because that's the one I want JJ to, because he's been the most dangerous this season for the Philadelphia Eagles. You will hope that even though he's coming off injury, he played all season. You wish that he can have some impact on Devontae Smith. He's been really dangerous.
John Wright 6'4". Put him on big ass AJ.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
on my mama.
Yeah. So we shall see what this team does today on the defensive side of the ball. But let's switch gears. Let's talk about the offense. How you guys feeling about the offense today coming against this Philadelphia Eagles defense?
Hey, man, I feel great about the Chicago Bears offense going against any team, really. I ain't even going to lie. They got one of the best offenses in the National Football League. And then really, if you look at most of the times when the drives are stopped or halted, it's because of our doing. It's because of penalties, a bad pass, or something like that. Nobody has really put the clamps on. Okay, you could say a couple of games here and there, but in general, nobody's really stopped the Chicago Bears. We've stopped ourselves. This is a great opportunity for Caleb Williams. Everybody's watching. There's no more football games on today. It's only you against the Philadelphia Eagles defense. I look for him to have his best game of the season right here when the lights shine the brightest. We got some weapons that really coming into their own, and Luther Burton and Colston Loveland. They have been progressively getting their receptions up and yardage up, even scoring a lot of touchdowns. Loveland been scoring touchdowns in the last 3 to 4 games. The running game is one of the best in the league. I think they second in rushing for the season. I think they first since the second week of the season, or since the bye week like that. They're first in the league in rushing. I don't have a doubt that this team is going to score points on the Philadelphia Eagles. Now it's the mistakes, and Caleb Williams doesn't make mistakes. That's to tell you. He can't have a brain lapse like we did last week against TJ Watt. Shout out to Darnell Wright after giving up that sack. You ain't hear shit else about TJ Watt the whole game. Shout out to Darnell Wright. This is going to be a really interesting game because I think the Chicago Bears offense is really one of the best in the league. I think the Philadelphia defense is not going to be the best defense we played this season. So I expect the Chicago Bears to score. They're going to score.
For the offense, I think that it's imperative that they lean on what they do best, run the ball. Ben Johnson, look at your buddy old pal in Detroit yesterday. Too much finesse to the sideline instead of putting Monty in and hitting a tough defensive line in the fucking mouth. Ben Johnson, hit this D line in the mouth, and then you can allow DeAndre Swift to, do what he does best. But you gotta split those carries the right way against this D line. They got interior pressure galore that can come in from Jalen Carter. They picked up Jalen Phillips from Miami, and he's been applying pressure since he's arrived in Philly. I say that you have to be the aggressor. Me personally, I think this game will be decided by the trenches on both sides of the ball for the Chicago Bears. If you want to go out there and set the tone, you got to hit some mugs in the mouth. And then I also believe that now they struggled last week after they put up the 21 points. The Philadelphia Eagles struggled last week with their defensive backs. So Caleb Williams, hey, I'm not expecting 70% completion percentage, but give me about 61, 62% and be a lot more accurate, especially with some of these layups, because Luther Burden has came along very well, and he's able, for me, I think this is a game where he can break 40 yards down the field, especially to take advantage of some of these matchups that the Bears will have. So it's always the same thing, man. You just got to lean into what you do best, and that's punching teams in the face. Run that rock, man, and then build off of that.
I mean, offensively, I expect this is what I want the Bears to do. When you make that mistake, because it's going to happen. It's going to be an overthrow. It's going to be an underthrow. It might be a fumble like we saw last week. But every time the Chicago Bears found themselves in a situation where the offense made a mistake last week versus Pittsburgh, they came back and made up for it. Today, what are you going to do on the road? It's cold. You got Vic Fangio, who's probably one of the greatest defensive minds the NFL has ever seen. Like, we can't deny that. We had him over here for years. We saw what he did when he was a Bears coach. And then we see what he did for Philly. As soon as he went there, they won a Super Bowl. At the end of the day, it's going to be what many consider to be one of the greatest offensive minds in Ben Johnson versus Vic Fangio. Ben Johnson is going to have to overcome the mistakes because we know he's going to do it. He's going to throw when he's supposed to run. He's going to run when he's supposed to pass. We're going to see it today. How can you overcome those things? Caleb, what are you going to do when you got big old defensive linemen in your face? I do expect the offensive line to step up, but we're kind of hurt in different positions there. Their defensive line is still a pretty good defensive line out there in Philly, though. So Caleb's going to have to use that as capability, keep his eyes down the field, do not throw any interceptions. I do expect this offense to be able to put up points, though. It's just something that we as Bears fans, we're not used to. We're not used to having a team that's going out there going for 350, 400 yards in the game. So we got to get used to it. But at this point in the season, we know that we're going to score the ball. We know that we're going to be able to move the ball down the field. Can we avoid mistakes? And last week we asked in the pregame, less field goals, more touchdowns, and we got it. We're going to have to do the same thing today. We cannot get bogged down in the red zone. And one last thing I want to see, we haven't heard much from Rome Odunze since the first few weeks of the season. Pretty much ever since his daddy got to talking crazy, we haven't really heard much from Rome Odunze. I want to see some Rome action today. That's about it, though.
Yeah, I mean, the offense today is about moving the chains consistently. Like you said, touchdowns over field goals is a huge thing, especially against this team that can put up points in a hurry. And we got to have execution. Like you cannot afford the pre-snap penalties against a team like the Philadelphia Eagles. You have to make every drive matter. Every drive has to matter in some shape, form, or fashion. You cannot have a bunch of stalled 3-and-outs. I'm not saying none. They're going to happen over the course of a football game for every team. But you got to lock in this game. You have to perform. This has to be one of Caleb Williams' best games as an NFL quarterback today.
I agree.
We need that today. This is an Eagles team that is susceptible to giving up big plays down the field in the pass game, and they're a team that isn't the best run defense either, which then opens up the field for the Bears to have that balance between the run game and the pass game. Ben Johnson cannot have fallen in love with the pass game today. If you're not moving the ball in the air, put the ball on the ground, and trust Kyle Monangai and DeAndre Swift to make some plays for you. You got to trust those guys to make, especially Monangai.
Yeah,
Agree.
Yeah, it's just gotta be a game where you can't go out there and overthink yourself. Like this could really be a grinded out type of game where, as in, we're moving the chains, but they might get that stop every now and then, and you got to. And I'm gonna keep saying, I'm gonna reiterate this more than once today. You gotta take them points. Fuck being aggressive. This is not the team
He's
to be
going to be
over aggressive with. I don't give a fuck with it. That's how you lose games against teams like this. That's just it's certain teams you can be aggressive with. These ain't one of them. So. We especially if you pay attention to last week's game, the fact that they wasn't able to get a damn field goal is probably a reason why they lost. So just getting, and also like I think is so important for you to be in third and manageable today, because that's what gets you in those situations where you to march down the field. Okay, now we can kick it. If you fucking third and 10 and you gotta make a pass, Vic gonna send the hounds of justice on his ass, and we've seen Caleb escape, but I'm not leaning on that. We shouldn't be leaning on that. Like it is what they are. They has be coming, but at the end of the day, like run the ball with my nun guy. My nun guy is your guy. Like use him, whatever. But use him like he's the thumper. He's the one who's gonna beat the defense up. And like I've been saying, you beat him up. You put Swift in certain times. That's gonna be your 40 yards, your 20 yards, your 30-yard gains. That's when you fuck up. Not only do you fuck up them physically, but you fuck them up mentally. Because if you see them go up there, it's 3rd and 6, and then they get a 40-yard gain off a run, man, this D-line will be like, fuck. That's the type of mindset you got to have when you come into this game.
You're not wrong.
Keep no limit to mistakes, be aggressive, but also be assertive.
How important is special teams today? I know that C-Dub doesn't like talking about kickers. I'm not talking about kickers specifically, but just overall, how important is special teams in a game like this against the Eagles?
This is probably Hightower's most important game of the season. Like, it's a lot at stake. And the last 2 games, I got to give special teams credit. They've been better than they were for the first, 7, 8. So, like, today, Cairo Santos has to be on point. The picking the lanes the right way to make tackles and not give up short fields is important. Making sure that we get short fields, all of that stuff is important. Special teams is honestly important every single week in the NFL right now, for the Chicago Bears especially, man, because we can't afford to make mistakes on the road against the defending champions. And if they can figure out a way to hurt us on special teams, that can lead to a loss for us.
Yeah, field position is definitely going to be key today. Especially because they saying that it's windy, so field position is going to be key. So I'm interested to see what the game plan is from my offense and the defense as well. I expect both sides to be a bit aggressive, but don't be so aggressive to where you cost yourself the game too. Speaking of games, we seen the slate yesterday. Instead of taking the points, somebody was overly aggressive in Detroit, and they missed the opportunity when their defense, literally the next possession, got the ball back. You would have been down 7 instead of taking the point. So I say, like Steve-O said, pick and choose your spots when to be aggressive. Just don't go out there and be willy-nilly.
Yeah, I copy everything that these gentlemen just said. I don't like kickers, but when you have 2 evenly matched teams, 2 really good teams, kickers become more important to me, especially in the playoffs and things like that, because you can win a game with a field goal kick. So obviously they have some importance in big games in the playoffs. And this is one of them big games right here, for sure.
Do y'all think the Bears, and I know this is kind of a question more for in a couple of weeks, hopefully, but with the Bears being in so many tight games this season, do you actually think that may put them in a better position for playoff atmosphere type games? Because we know how close those games come down the stretch.
Yes.
100%.
Pressure bust pipes. And right now they've been rising to the occasion. Like, seriously. They've been playing playoff atmosphere football all season long, with the exception of the Detroit game and that Baltimore game. Even though the final score doesn't indicate it, they were a one-possession game until late in the fourth quarter. So the Bears definitely are going to benefit from the type of games they've been playing all year.
Absolutely. It definitely helps you out. Just like my man Kev said, man, it's like we've been playing a little T-move style of playoff football for the last
Team move playoff
couple weeks.
football
Because
is
it's not. Because
hilarious.
Cincinnati.
No,
ain't
no,
going
I
to the
get what
playoff.
you mean. I completely get what you mean. But
That's
it's
hilarious.
an on point comparison
Yeah.
there. I just didn't expect to hear it. That
Hey,
was on
yeah.
point.
Joe Burrow think that he can win out, and that
Man, he better think
frankly
he can
that
sit his
AFC
ass
North
down.
it's still wide open. It's like 6-5 for the first place right there. They got 4 wins.
He better pray that he can stay healthy through
You're
those
right.
4 games.
You're right.
That's it. But yeah, it's got to be a plus for the Chicago Bears to come in with those experience and not only winning close games, but finding different ways to win those close games this season. So I love our chances, man.
For sure. All right, let's get into it. We got to do it. Predictions. Who wants to go first with their predictions in this end? Final predictions.
All right. Motivation. This is one of them games. Motivation is the key. On both sides. Philly just got embarrassed by their rivals.
And they dealing
week.
with some internal locker room drama.
And
right
some
now.
locker room stuff. They ready to prove to the world that they still the champions and they're still the ones to beat in the NFC. But the Chicago Bears. Everybody said, y'all ain't play nobody. You ain't playing anybody. Who you played? The Steelers, they didn't even have Aaron Rodgers. We
Bro,
don't
you
care.
turned it to Mike Epps.
We don't care. We don't care. So we going to see who has the biggest motivation and which motivation prevails. I'm going to pick the Chicago Bears with a chance to enter a new status in the NFL, a good football team. Some of us already think they're a good football team, but the Bears win 28-21.
Okay. I'm going 27-24 Bears. I just feel like it's always going to be a close game. It's going to come down to the last play. But for me, I think the Bears are going to be playing in front of Philly today, and they're going to get the win. Philly's going to be having to try to come back against the Bears. What's up, little mama? So, yeah, I feel like 27-24 is pretty much on par with how both of these teams score for the season. The Bears are the better offense right now, believe it or not, with Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley and all those guys. But I do expect Philly to try to push the ball down the field and get A.J. Brown a little bit more involved because they've been going through this for 2 years now with him. At the end of the day, though, the Bears should win this game 27-24.
This is one of those games. Oh, go ahead, Steve-O.
Quick with it, 23-20 Bears.
And what's your second pick?
Right. No second pick.
Oh, wait. That's a good thing, though. That's a good thing. Explain why you took the second pick off.
Because this ain't no – I'm not banking on Ben being a dumbass today. You got to be on point today.
Let's go.
Bears do got to be on point, man. Yeah. Ooh, it's one of those tough choices, bro. I ain't going to lie to you.
It ain't tough.
But it is tough. This can propel us to new heights. Simply because, like, when people talk about the Bears and you look over at the New England Patriots, they had a softer schedule than the Bears. But then they so good, but they are good. But then they beat the Bills and Drake May is the MVP candidate this season.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. This could be a big game for Caleb Williams and what he's can be capable of. I'm gonna go with a close one. 24-21 Chicago.
I look at the scoring of both these teams, and I do want to go higher than I'm going to go today. But I think this is going to end up being one of those brawls that you see like the end of a Rocky movie where they just throwing haymakers after haymaker until somebody falls down at the end of it. Exactly. I'm going 18-17 Chicago Bears today. I think it's going to be a really close game today, and I think it's going to be a lot of field goals, unfortunately for them. Now, if the Bears can turn those field goals into touchdowns that I'm predicting, the score would be very different. But as of right now, I'm betting on field goals. I'm going 18-17 Bears today.
That nigga Hayes, bro,
it's going to be one of those games. We're going to be sitting here in the fourth quarter like, damn, again, Bears. But I still got the Bears one.
Wait a minute, Drip. 6 times 3 is 18. It's 3 and 6 field goals.
Bro, I'm telling you. I think it's going to be a lot of field goals today.
You hit 6 field goals in this win. I won't question shit about your
I
leg.
was
Again,
questioning why it's been acting the way it had been acting. You got that.
Oh, it is a snowstorm.
I mean, this year he got a reason. The past years he hasn't.
What's his reason this year?
He had a fucking calf, a girl, and some injury. He had some injury.
Wow.
Here we go, Dub. Dub, you're doing so good,
Ain't
bro.
gonna lie.
You're doing so good.
Hey,
A
you
kicker
go
gets
try to
an
kick a
injury.
ball right now. You gon'
He gonna
Dub,
shank
you
that
go
bitch.
Charlie Brown the shit out of a
If you had
football.
to kick, six field goals in this bitch, you may anybody may pull a hammy at that point, bro.
I think he got hurt after that. It was that one of them games where he hit like 5 of them bitches.
Oh,
Like,
you telling me he
kicked a lot.
overworked his leg and it was overworked? That's what you saying?
Hey, that's a thing for a motherfucker. Hey, them niggas almost got pitcher counts.
Pitcher counts for kicker.
Not a
bro,
kick count.
them niggas be like, I probably gonna kick this bitch about 80 times this year. They be counting. I'm telling you, they be counting that shit. He be like, bro, I kicked this bitch 112 times. We
He
was
is our leading
ass.
scorer.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave. I need him today. I'm gonna leave him alone.
All right, let's get into these super chats before we get up out of here, fellas.
It was a quad injury.
Siberian Tigray 9596 says I usually catch the game with y'all from Germany. Some geo restriction wouldn't let me send super chats. I'm in Texas watching with my lady, and she won't shut up talking to me. Bear down, fam. We appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you, bro. We've all been there before. We understand what that's like.
All there, all the time.
Let's get into this next one, man, from Makuma. Just sup CBC, let's get this win and shut up the haters and their point differential narrative. By the way, Kev, your son looks like you. Don't need Murray's show for paternity. You too, Bobby. Hey, bro.
Yeah,
Bobby's son got that strong ass hairline. Bobby got his done, bro. Like no,
it's over with.
yeah, it's over with, bro. It's over.
Long ass hairline.
Chris Gray says, how crazy would it be if Caleb Williams scored, then threw up the rakes?
Y'all so
Talking
crazy.
about
It's just some
Jabari.
Chicagoans. Don't worry, it's just Chicago,
Jabari.
crazy ass
Come
Chicagoans.
on.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. That nigga be able to go to the
Crazy.
It'll be the zestiest rakes ever, bro.
Caleb Williams scored a touchdown and throw up the rakes, bro. We're winning the Super Bowl this year. You can't tell me no different, bro.
Them rakes gonna be flimsy as hell, bro.
That's gonna be the first. That's gonna be the first.
It
rake
would not be the
Bro,
rakes. It would be the love emoji.
Virginia McCaskey will wake up from her grave, bro, and they'll be like Emperor Palpatine. Somehow McCaskey has returned because she's gonna be in there like, really? I'm gone for a year, and this is what you niggas is doing?
Hey, we win it, motherfucker.
Now return. You talking about
First
some
degree.
return?
Somehow McCaskey has returned. Any last thoughts, fellas, before we get up out of here, bro?
Hey, you go hit these guys in the mouth and prove you belong. Because everybody right now is looking at the Bears like they don't belong, and even the people that believe in them is cautious optimism. Allow our excitement to reach a fever pitch today, Chicago Bears. We could walk around for the rest of the weekend, and this is rare because it's a Friday game. We could walk around Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all the way to the 7th until we play the Packers next, right after this.
Yes.
We could be brimming with pride and not just sitting at first place in the NFC North, but possibly in the whole NFC, depending on what happens with the LA Rams. So I'm excited, though. Seriously, I'm excited. Let's go.
10 days until the next game after this one. That gives them a lot of time to focus on the Packers afterwards. But let's get this win done first. So,
oh my goodness.
We want to thank y'all for tuning in, man. We'll be back live in a minute at the start of the game. Y'all can follow us at Chi Bears Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoBearsCentral@gmail.com. And lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, 773-242-9336. We're the number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. We'll catch y'all on Game Time. Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.